Welcome back. In this training, let's talk about how to draft your contract with your Chinese supplier. My name is Mark Hong and I'm the founder of markhong.com. So let's cover some essential first, right? Having a binding contract is essential for you to protect yourself with a Chinese supplier because it is the only way, right? And the only thing that will help you enforce your terms in the Chinese court of law. Now, it will also give you the same playing field as the Chinese counterpart. Okay, nowadays China is a lot more foreign friendly. Okay, and the Chinese government are actually capable of protecting your interests. They are not just lopsided or one-sided. Okay, so by having a contract in place, you'll be able to protect yourself if anything shall happen. So here are the guidelines for you to draft a contract. First of all, it needs to be dual language. I cannot stress this enough, right? And it is very simple how you can do that. All you got to do is really simply write a line in English, right, and followed by a line in Chinese. That's the best format, and it's the most commonly accepted format in China. Okay, and it doesn't have to be as complicated as an English contract. You can simply state the terms, right? What you needs to be accomplished, and really have someone translate that. Okay, you can use a service such as Upwork. Okay, and look for a Chinese translator or something like that. Make sure that you find a Chinese translator that's local. Okay, because there are many countries in Asia that speak the Chinese language, but you want to find one that's closest to the mainland China. Okay, and make sure that you are being objective and not subjective. Okay, you want to lay out specifically each thing. So let me repeat this again, right? So for example, if you are if you request that the payment term to be a certain way, okay, or the quality to be a certain way, make sure that you lay out specifically how that look like, right? Don't just say, okay, get the product, highest quality product or something like that, which is not going to be objective, and it will be difficult to be arbitrated. Okay, so what kind of contract do you use? Okay, obviously when you're first getting started, your orders are a little bit smaller, right? And to go and sign a full-on contract sometimes a little bit difficult, and that's your counterpart, your supplier might not cooperate with you. Okay, but make sure when you're doing a small order, whether it's your your first order, your second order, something like that, right? If your order is below $10,000 in value, normally you can just use a purchase order. You can just generate a purchase order yourself or ask your supplier to generate that for you, okay? Make sure that they also give you a pro forma invoice, right? And then state it with all the terms stated, okay, inside of your purchase order or pro forma. Then you want to make sure that they are signed and chopped, okay, chopped using a company chop, okay. That will be the only thing that is enforceable in the court of law. So if you use a company chop, right, that means it represents the company, okay. Don't just get a blank one, okay. That's not gonna work, okay. So be careful with that. Now on your larger orders, okay, meaning to say you order above $10,000 or $20,000, it really depends on you, okay. I usually don't do that, unless the order is above $20,000. But then, I have been working with my supplier for a very long time, and I know them well. I have visited them, and so I feel I can trust them and things like that. Okay, but usually, orders above $10,000 or $20,000, then you will need a formal contract. Okay, and again, you want to lay out all the specifications, right? All your agreed terms, okay, on the contract, okay, and make sure that they are signed and chopped, right? So here are some ways for you to draft the contract. Okay, like I said, you can hire a translator on Upwork. Okay, and make sure that you interview them. Okay, that they are original, or they are from mainland China. Okay, so they will use the same language. Okay, that they are more familiar with the terminologies and things like that of mainland Chinese. Okay, or you can hire a Chinese attorney to do it. You will be a little bit more expensive, maybe a couple $100 and something like that, but um, they will be able to draft a contract that's even better and closely related to the Chinese contract law. Okay, and or you can simply just purchase through a solid agency, right? That you can also use an agency to save you the time, right? And save you the time of drafting the contract and negotiating with your supplier. So, all three will work. It just depends on you what works for you. Okay, so let's do a little workshop. Okay, now start, by making a template of your purchase order. Okay, and then draft your purchasing contract. Okay, or simply hire a translator, go to Upwork, or you can find a Chinese attorney using Google or using any of the search engines that you like. Okay, or simply start looking or contacting a solid agency. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video.